Hi guys, and welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Quest 3S from the standpoint of a person that is upgrading from a Quest 2. Now, let's get straight into it. The main reason for people to buy this headset is to either upgrade or get into VR at a decently cheap price range. But one of the main things you're going to find is this has better performance in their software specifically. The new pass-through menu and the general menu inspired by the Apple Vision Pro really does help with that. Speaking of pass-through, their main focus with this headset is to integrate AR games into VR. Now, this was only going to be able to be done on headsets that have full color pass-through, maybe even your Quest 2, but that's black and white. Now remember that, Quest 2 is black and white. The Quest 3S released at the exact same price point as the Quest 2 when first launched, $300 USD. Now, Meta really is focusing on the AR side of things here, specifically games like Trackcraft, Guardian of Realms, Spatial Ops, Demio, and Infinite Inside. These games are among the many that are quite popular. Now, just remember that the Quest 3S is Meta's cheapest, brand new headset out currently. The total visuals of the headset. The headset has Fresnel lenses, which has been reportedly said many times in a row. It has a smaller sweet spot rather than the superior pancake lenses. The lower resolution of the headset also bugs some people downgrading. Now just remember that makes it less sharp and less smooth but higher FPS than the Quest 3. The smaller FOV also reduces a lot of the immersion in VR, as the FOV really sells it all. Having a 120 FOV is way better than the average 90 to 85 you get on the Quest 3S. Now just remember, this uses the original 3-tick position IPD adjustment rather than the continuous precise slider on the Quest 3, which the Quest 1 also had. Again, going back to the no 3.5mm headphone jack, you could just use one of those iPhone adapters that's come out recently with the USB-C port and a 3.5mm jack. That will work perfectly with your headset. The performance. This headset delivers high performance, but just remember it cuts down what the Quest 3 already had into a smaller and cheaper package. Originally, the Quest 3 has a 3.5mm audio jack, high resolution and pancake lenses, which is a heavy upgrade from the Quest 2. The Quest 3S is like the Quest 2 and the Quest 3 had a baby, but it has no 3.5mm audio jack. It has the same resolution as the Quest 2, and it uses the older Fresnel lenses, which are the ones you see on the Quest 1, I believe, and the Quest 2. Now, it has the same high-end chips, the Snapdragon XR Gen 2, as the Quest 3 for around half of the price. It delivers quite nice performance, and it has better tracking, some say, than the Quest 3 in some ways, and it also just performs really, really well in standalone VR games. If you're getting into VR on a budget, this is one of the best ways to do that. It also delivers quite nice battery. The first time battery will always be the best. When you first boot it on and play a game for a long time, That's you're going to get the best battery life. But then so on and so on, you might need a power bank. Just remember that, because it's a standalone headset. Your phone sometimes needs a power bank. The ecosystem. Meta has a very interesting ecosystem with its Quest 3, Quest 3S, this headset we're talking about, Quest 2, Quest Pro, and the original Quest, especially the Rifts, like the Rift CV1, the Rift S, and of course, Development Kit 1 and 2. Now, theoretically, if you came from the Rift S and upgraded to the Quest 3S, it has the exact same games. The ecosystem with Meta that they're creating is like the Apple ecosystem. If you had a game on your Quest 2, it'll run better on your Quest 3S. If you had a game on your Quest 3 and you have to downgrade for some reason to the Quest 3S, it'll run better or maybe even around the same as the Quest 3. Now, this proposes many problems, like games being specific to each headset, like PC VR games, and games that worked on the Quest 1, which are now really, really buggy on the Quest 3S. And just remember, this isn't really a meta problem, it's more of a game developer problem. The Quest 3S in general. Now, the main part about the Quest 3S that allows it to be better for work environments is the mixed reality and its affordable cost. Only $300 $400 is way better compared to the average $500 $700 price range you'd see on a Quest 3. Now, it provides around 4.5 times better resolution, specifically in pass-through, than the Quest 2, making it a capable mixed reality or MR headset for a way lower price than the Quest 3. I'm going to end this part off before we get into the final verdict. This is recorded on my main mic, and I have noticed that the mic I've been using before, a Temu mic, to be honest, is actually not that good, and this mic is way better. So, I'm sorry for that quality, and in my next video, it's going to be about another headset, which I own. It's going to have this mic, hopefully. Alrighty. Oh, I need it, yeah. So, on to the next one. Hi guys, sorry for the horrible quality. I forgot to tell you guys that all of the gameplay recorded in the background was recorded on a PC with the specs in the comments below. And yeah, the final verdict. This is a heavy maybe. I'm cutting straight to the point here. Now, it is really dependent on if you want a PC VR or a standalone experience. If you want a standalone experience and you're on a budget, go for the Quest 3S. If you're not on a budget, maybe try out some other alternatives, or just buy the Quest 3 or the Quest Pro if you're really a maniac. Now, just remember, if you're going PC VR, you could save up a lot more, get the Valve Index, buy a second-hand Vive and get Valve Index controllers, or the best option, in my opinion, get the PSVR 2. It's a PC VR only headset, also coming with, if you have a PS5, use your PS5. Now, this is the deciding factor. Standalone, yes. PC VR, it's a hard maybe. If you have good Wi-Fi, it's yes. Or if you have a really good USB-C to USB-C cable lying around, yes. But if you have bad Wi-Fi, you can know through testing, no, it's a heavy no. Hi guys, thank you for watching the whole video, and I hope this provided some serious help on if you want to get a Quest 3S or not. I am an owner of a Quest 3S myself. I've owned it for its whole lifespan, and this is Net Alien Plays 10 out.